So here we are in the final video of this four-part series, how to debone a turkey to be brined and smoked. And the first thing we start off with is a pork loin. But if you were watching the previous video, part 3 of this four-part series, you saw that we finished up speaking about this pork loin. And if you're interested in seeing all the details about this pork loin, which is going to be smoked at the same time as our beautiful turkey, check out how to cure a pork loin with salt and smoke. And one of the main themes that needs to be taken away from this four-part series on curing and smoking is that this is valuable information. There's no doubt about it. And knowing how to do this, knowing how to cure meat is important. And the reason I say this is that if you were to run into some sort of power outage or run into some sort of situation where hydro prices or energy prices were extraordinarily high, then having this knowledge, being able to cure and smoke meats is extraordinarily useful. And vegans and vegetarians may argue against consuming protein, and that's fine. I mean, they're entitled to their opinion, but undoubtedly protein does provide calories, energy to the body, to the mind, which allow us to continue performing and living. And so by doing this, by creating some sort of product that holds at room temperature, a smoked or salted product, by learning this, you've really done yourself and your family a service. Here's our turkey leg that we've boned out. You see how I'm rolling it up? I'm going to cut it eventually left to right, or right to left, I should say, from the end of the drumstick through to the top of the thigh, as it were. This is the skin that we removed, and I'm going to sort of make a makeshift sausage casing around this, because this skin is pure fat and it's extraordinarily tasty, and it's also going to protect the turkey leg from drying out as it smokes. When I prepare my turkeys for Thanksgiving dinner, I do exactly the same thing, and the result is very good. I take these turkey legs, and I don't always brine them, but you could, and I season them on the inside, then put the skin back on top, and then tie them like I am. Now, tying, we may need to make a video that's more suited to just the skill or the practice of tying meat. I can change the angle of the camera and perhaps do you a better service for that. But you see what I've done is I've tied a tight loop around one end. It's quite snug around the first end. And then I make similar loops at about 1-inch intervals all along the piece of meat. And you see I flipped it over, and now I'm going to cut off the string, and I'm going to loop this string through those loops at 1-inch intervals. And then I'm going to tie it off at the end where I started originally, where I made that first snug loop. And this is going to hold it all together. But as I said, in order to do you a really good service and teach you how to tie meat, I'm going to have to produce a video that goes into a little bit closer detail and provides a better camera angle for that purpose. But this is a good introduction. See, I've tied it quite snugly, and it's going to hang nicely. Everything's going to stay together nicely. This is actually our two breasts, and all I've done is the same sort of tying principle, but I've put the two breasts together, flesh side on the inside, because as I've mentioned before, that flesh side of the turkey breast dries out quite easily. Here's our smoker, Everything's hanging together. The turkey legs, the turkey breasts, and the pork loin. 12 hours we're going to smoke this. Temperature's about 175 to 200. It's quite cold out when we did this video, and so it's cool. Here's the result. This is our turkey breast on the left and turkey legs on the right. And I'm very pleased with the result. I assure you it's extraordinarily tasty. The skin is crisp. Here's our legs. We're going to be able to slice little discs off, as I mentioned before, that will hold together beautifully, and the flavor is incredible. The pork loin turned out fantastically. You'll have to check out how to cure a pork loin with salt and smoke, and you'll have to check out thriftculturenow.com to learn all sorts of ways to save your money by cutting your bills. Check it out.